Okay, this video is going to be about two primary things. There is a gentleman, Faraday speaks, I don't know who he is. Apparently he's some kind of alt-right person, that ex-racial realist, blah 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 blah, and another person that's insulting my take on Cosmotheism. So first I'm going to get into this imbecile, Faraday speaks, and I'm going to post a link to his video in the description so that people can actually read what this idiot said. Now, what he stated was he used to be a racial realist until he realized that racial realism doesn't explain everything. Well, no crap. Of course racial realism doesn't explain everything. Okay? It doesn't explain absolutely every aspect of society. However, that's not what racial realism is. I'm a racial realist. I was born a racial realist. My father was a racial realist. My grandfather was a racial realist. My family were racial realists. So what is racial realism? Racial realism, and this is probably, I think, the first video I made publicly was about this. Racial realism is basically accepting the fact that race is a biological reality and that there are differences amongst the races. It does not mean white supremacy. Too many people think it does. It does not mean white supremacy. It means the acceptance of the biological reality of race. It can be as simple as stating that white people have white children, black people have black children, Hispanic people have Hispanic children, or mestizos to be accurate. Mestizos have mestizo children, Native Americans have Native American children, blacks have black children, Asians have Asian children, or, Mongoloids have Mongoloid children, and East Indians have East Indian children. There's nothing crazy about that. When it gets a step higher, which is still not crazy, it's scientifically accurate, when it gets into things like skull shape and intelligence and things like that, there's nothing saying that this group is better than that group. Okay? That's the mistake that a lot of people make, and that's when it crosses a line. When it comes into crime statistics, there's nothing wrong with admitting that certain people are more apt to commit crime than other people. That's what the statistics say. And the difference is, like I brought up to this guy, my ex-girlfriend, her family, she grew up for part of her life in a part of rural West Virginia. Now, the thing is, very poor, but no crime. Now, the thing is, if you go to, say, Philadelphia, or a rural African-American community, you will see that they're very poor. They commit a lot of crime. The difference is not the economic outcome, or is not the economic issue. The difference is the biological issue. That's the truth. There's too many factors, race realism doesn't explain everything. Of course it doesn't. It's not frickin' cosmology. It's not what Einstein wanted, that one theory that explains everything. No. Racial realism is racial realism. That's where it stops. Of course it doesn't explain everything. Now, to get into the concept of cosmotheism, this guy's going, oh, cosmotheism is not pantheism, it's panentheism. No, it's not panentheism. Panentheism lifts the creator up above creation. Cosmotheism, as dictated by Dr. William Luther Pierce, stated specifically that basically the universe itself is both simultaneously the creator and the self-created, and that creation, especially living things, humans to be exact, are the creator, the universe's attempt to understand itself through the process of evolution. Okay? Now I'm going to get into it like this. Okay, it's also not pan-atheism. I had to look up, this is the thing, you can manufacture all the words you want, it doesn't change what the facts are. Manufacture all the words you want. Pan-atheism, as you say, is all atheisms. That's not what cosmotheism is. Cosmotheism is not atheism. It is scientific pantheism. Okay, I am no longer a cosmotheist as per Dr. William Luther Pierce's understanding, because Dr. William Pierce's understanding, in my opinion, is obsolete. I do believe that a new form of cosmotheism, which doesn't really need to be changed very much, is the future religion of the cosmic race. The cosmic race, as outlined by Jose Vasconcelos, in his book La Raza Cosmica, or the Cosmic Race. The problem is, people go, well, you just got rid of the racial component of cosmotheism. No, I did not get rid of the racial component of cosmotheism. The racial component changed due to the flux, the ebb and flow of evolution. Dr. Pierce talked about this at length a number of times on his radio program, and the thing is, white people have given up on basically their birthright. So what happened is, the truth is, we now need to seek, there are some white people, but the amount is not enough to allow for the genetic diversity to have a thriving cosmic race, okay? So this is why we have to look at the creation of, say, a Pan-American race, okay, through the concepts that Jose Vasconcelos expresses, and through traditional eugenics, okay, these, and with, you know, gene therapies and things of this nature to eradicate illness, select for IQ, things of that nature. So what my point would be is this. My point would be that cosmotheism, as per Dr. William Luther Pierce's concepts, is no longer 100%, it's not what I accept. Other people can accept it, and I would highly encourage people to take on Dr. Pierce's understanding of cosmotheism. What I practice in my daily life is sort of a hybrid of cosmotheism and creativity, Ben Clausen's creativity. However, as I said, the racial component has changed. It's no longer what it was due to the ebb and flow of natural selection. Now, let me get into this. Both cosmotheism and creativity have their shortcomings. They work best if explored together. Cosmotheism has shortcomings in the regulation of the daily life of the individual. Creativity has an excellent aspect through salubrious living in the white man's Bible and other things that help with the regulation of one's daily life. It is fervently religious. The primary difference between cosmotheism and creativity, I think, is cosmotheism did not respect the need of keeping an organized religion as creativity did, because Ben Clausen was a former Mennonite. He understood the role that religion plays in helping to rear up powerful people and a powerful community, which is where you get concepts like racial socialism and things of that nature from Ben Clausen's belief system. Cosmotheism is basically a hands-off approach. It's almost like trusting the individual to make all the right choices. I believe that the future will be tiered. You will have people that accept things like of the cosmic race. The future of the cosmic race will be tiered. You will have people that accept a highly regulated life as per creativity, and then as you go up, you will have more people that are more highly enlightened that accept cosmotheism. Cosmotheism is not as regimented. But you have to understand, different people have different levels of enlightenment, different levels of closeness to the Creator. This is all in sync with both the creativity, well, not really creativity, but it's in sync with cosmotheism. I'm going to leave links in the description explaining what Panentheism is, Pan-Atheism is, Cosmotheism is, and also creativity and those things. And that's all for this video.